Do you love having personal space? How about a lot of money in your bank account? Do you not want to have a cleaning lady? Well, if you answered yes to any of these questions, then you may not want to get a Bernese Mountain Dog. But they're so pretty. Why wouldn't I want a Bernese Mountain Dog? Welcome if you're new here, or welcome back. I'm Charlie and I've owned Bernese Mountain Dogs for over a decade now. In this video, we're going to go over 10 reasons why you may not want to get a Bernese Mountain Dog. Number 1, you don't want to vacuum every day. Berners shed a lot. I mean, look at how hairy these things are. Plus, with them having an undercoat and a top coat, there's both long and short hair to deal with, all of which will clog those fancy robot vacuums. Trust me, I have tried them. They honestly are more hassle than they're worth. Keeping up with a regular grooming schedule of about 1 time a week does help. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on how often to brush a Bernese Mountain Dog and what brushes specifically that I like to use, check out this video that'll be linked up here or in the video description down below. But you're still going to be dealing with a lot of hair everywhere, no matter how often you brush or what type of vacuum you use. Number 2, you value your personal space. Bernese are a very needy breed, and they don't know that they aren't lap dogs. You will never again have personal space with a Bernese Mountain Dog, so enjoy it while you can. While you can distract them temporarily with toys and treats, they will eventually find you, and then your attention is the only thing that they will want. So be prepared. Number 3, you want a dog that is not stubborn. Now, I admit, my Berners are not what I would call super stubborn, but they will act sometimes like they have selective hearing, especially if they're doing something they like eating a raw bone, waiting on me to feed them, or they're in the middle of a serious play session. Number 4, you aren't willing to get out and move around. So while it's been my experience that Berners are not the highest energy breed out there, they do still like to get outside and run around. They do not like to be cooped up in the house all day with nothing to do. And I'm not just talking about physical exercise, but mental exercise as well. So we use a variety of toys and treats to entertain their minds, especially while they're eating. This allows them to also slow down while they eat. That does help prevent conditions such as bloat, which can be very serious or even fatal. Number 5, you enjoy having money in your bank account. Nothing is cheap anymore, but a well-bred Bernese Mountain Dog puppy will set you back at the very least probably $2,500. Many of them range between $3,000 and $5,000. And be wary of ones that are less than that also come from disreputable breeders. It's the old adage of you get what you pay for. Berners tend to have lots of health issues such as blood disorders, hip and elbow dysplasia, cancer, bloat, and you could be shelling out your hard-earned cash on expensive vet bills, so be prepared. Our first Berner, we literally spent tens of thousands of dollars on trying to figure out why he had chronic diarrhea. And you can click this video linked up here if you want to check out my first in the series on how we ended up dealing with that. I even had to take out another credit card, so don't be me. And by the way, if you're getting any value from this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. I post new videos every week, and if you want more information like this, please tell me in the comments below. I read and reply to every single one. Which of these reasons so far has been your favorite? Number 6, you want a dog that matures out of the puppy stage quickly. So typically the larger the breed, the slower the maturity, i.e. the longer the puppy stage lasts. If your patience is in short supply and you don't want to deal with consistent, confident training for at least the first 2 years, if not longer, then you probably shouldn't get a Bernese Mountain Dog. If you're consistent and firm in your training from the very start, things can obviously progress much quicker and smoothly. But puppy behaviors like biting, chewing, zoomies in the house, jumping, they can all last a long time with the Bernese Mountain Dog. Number 7, you hate people. Now look, I get it. A lot of us dog people love our dogs more than we like most people. And people can be a lot sometimes, myself included. But just because the Berner is known for being a gentle and sweet dog that's great for families, doesn't mean that they don't need proper socialization as puppies. Before they're fully vaccinated, make sure that you're taking them outside, playing with them, etc. And once they are fully vaccinated, and enroll them in a puppy kindergarten class or set up puppy play dates. As many different places, people, and other dogs that you can expose them to at a young age, the better. And forget about walking them and not being stopped every 5 feet. Everyone loves to pet a Berner. After all, as I stated at the top of the video, who wouldn't want one? I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous dogs. And another tip, make sure you get them used to walking on all surfaces. This includes grass, carpet, linoleum, wood, tile. They tend to not be the bravest big dogs out there, and making them comfortable in all of these situations so that you don't have to carry 100 to 125 pounds of dog is absolutely necessary. Number 8, and this is a hard one, you want your dog to be around for a long time. As a lifelong Bernese owner, this is the hardest one for me to accept about this breed. The typical lifespan of the Bernese Mountain Dog is 6 to 8 years, but you do hear heartbreaking stories of losing them at 3 years or even younger. And according to the AKC, or the American Kennel Club, they are one of the top 10 shortest lived dog breeds. Although I am in some Bernese Facebook groups where I'm seeing ones that are 10, 12, there's even a 14-year-old one, which is absolutely amazing and truly inspiring. But that tends to be the exception and not the rule. Number 9, you enjoy eating your own food. I've never had a Bernese that was not insanely food driven. My one Berner once ate 4 pounds of roast beef, an entire can of salsa, and knocked my crock pot off the kitchen countertop just to get to it. That same Berner also ate 2 pounds of sausage, an entire 8-pack of Martin's potato rolls, and a stick of butter at the same time. And that same dog, as a puppy, downed 12 pounds of his puppy food while my husband and I went to a movie, even though the food was in an airtight, sealed container in a closet. Long story short, if you're eating it, a Bernese Mountain Dog probably wants it. This comes in handy with dogs that are food motivated, as they tend to be easier to train than dogs that aren't. But be wary of situations like little kids walking around with food in their hands. Gone. Have to take a phone call after you just sat down in your recliner with that bowl of ice cream. Gone. I will say I've never had to clean up any food related messes off of my floor in over a decade. So there is that. And number 10, you want a fierce guard dog. While the Bernese did in fact originate as a cross between Mastiffs and guard type breed dogs, and you can check out my video here if you want more information on where the Bernese originated from. But the extent of their guarding comes really in the form of mostly mean barking. There is always the exception. I had one Berner, that same one that ate all my food. There is always the exception though. I had one that would protect me to the ends of the earth, but I've also had ones that hide behind me when the Amazon delivery man comes to my front door. So there you have it, 10 reasons why you may not want to get a Bernese Mountain Dog. What other ones would you add to the list? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. If you got any value out of this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you always get notified when I upload a new video. And don't forget, Berners are best.